How's it going, tiny little hot dog cuties? Happy New Year. I hope the start of your 2019 year has been great. Mine has gone pretty well. I'm back at school. Not looking forward to it because I've been sick through my entire winter break, so I basically didn't even have any time to relax or do anything, really. But it's good to be back in school, and hopefully my spring break will be a little bit better. But before we get started with today's topic of discussion, I want to show you guys something that my friend got me as a gift for the holiday season, and it's the bomb sauce from Hot Ones. And she knows that I'm a huge fan of Hot Ones. The bomb is basically probably the most notorious hot sauce in the entire series. It keeps coming back. There's a reason why it keeps coming back almost every season of Hot Ones, because it's so notorious. This is the one that usually hits the celebrity or influencer the most when they're going down the line of hot sauce. So I actually did try it, and it's really hot, guys. It's very hot. It's I took a little dab with my finger and I put it on my tongue, and I was bawling, guys. It was spicy. And the thing is, I'm from Southeast Asia. We eat hot foods all the time. I don't eat as many hot foods as my mom and dad, but this is crazy. It's crazy hot. I was crying. There was water in my eyes. And then I washed my hands, guys. Get this. I washed my hands, and then I licked that finger again, and it's still spicy. That's how crazy hot it is. But it is usable. And the way I use it is that I eat a lot of ramen. You guys know that I have a kind of a ramen obsession. So I take one tiny little drop and I add it to my ramen, and it makes it taste oh so amazing. So it makes it pretty hot. So if you don't have a hot bone in your body, you probably won't be able to handle this at all, but it makes it just the right amount of hot that I really like. It makes my nose run a little bit, but it doesn't make me, like, go into the refrigerator looking for milk constantly. So it's a great sauce. Thank you so much to my friend. She's amazing. I love you. I love you so much for giving me this. Okay, guys, I want to start off this video by talking about how many scandals there have been in the past year on sponsors alone. A lot of YouTubers got a lot of criticism because of the sponsors they were promoting. I mean, near the beginning of the year, Philip DeFranco called out a bunch of YouTubers for promoting a website that basically writes essays for you as long as you pay for it, so it'll write the essays for you, which is cheating, which is academic cheating. Like, you should not be doing that. And of course, those essays are probably super poor quality. And then Philip DeFranco himself got into controversy because of his sponsors with BetterHelp. And don't get me wrong, guys, I love Philip DeFranco. He's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and I think his work is amazing. But even he received criticism with BetterHelp on how people think it's a scam, and how people spend so much money on it and they're unable to have great access to mental health professionals. And people don't even talk about this, but one of his biggest other sponsors is a for-profit university. And for-profit universities, you guys know there's so much controversy with for-profit universities. We already think non-profit universities kind of screw us over with how much money they leech off of us. Can you imagine how much more leeching that for-profit universities do with its students? I have no problems with people who attend for-profit universities, but I have problems with the institution themselves. So yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't garnered more controversy, but it is what it is. And also, more recently, Gabby Hanna had her controversy, and literally in the last couple of days, both Rice Gum and Jake Paul got called out for gambling by H3H3 and PewDiePie. So in the end, guys, sponsorships are kind of a catch-22. I mean, it gives creators a ton of extra revenue to basically make a career out of YouTube, but at the same time, it allows them to lose their legitimacy when it comes to promoting products. Like, think about it. I'm going to use an example. I love Philip DeFranco, but when I found out that he was being sponsored by a for-profit university, it made me feel kind of icky inside. It made me feel kind of because of the fact that this is a YouTuber that I see with one of the highest ethical standards of all YouTubers in the platform, and even he is being basically bought by these companies to promote their products. And no, I am not going to try and shame them. Sponsors are a way for people, for YouTubers to actually have a livable income. I mean, Philip DeFranco has an entire team that feeds their own families. He needs to make that revenue. But that's where the catch-22 comes. You have to be able to sacrifice some of your integrity so that you can make enough revenue to keep doing what you love. And it's a huge problem that I see among YouTubers. And I mean, we see it with celebrities too. Celebrities are constantly selling themselves out to these companies. But for some reason, celebrities never get as much scrutiny as YouTubers do. But I'm not trying to say that like both of them deserve the same level of scrutiny or anything like that. I just want to highlight the fact that sponsors are such a lucrative way to make money off this platform, but at the same time, is it worth it in the end? This is a hypothetical question because I don't even know the answer to this. Is it worth it to sacrifice some of your integrity to your fans and to your audience so that you can make a livable income? Just think about it. I want to know your responses. Put it down in the comments below, because I myself am very conflicted, because I think they're kind of a necessary evil. This is where I stand right now. I'm not sure if that opinion is going to change over time as more and more controversies come about. I feel like that they are a necessary evil, but at the same time, it really, really opens you up to scrutiny, and you're basically not even bulletproof. Like you can get a major company that's credible to sponsor you, and then another controversy starts. Like you make yourself into a target when you take up these sponsors. And now I want to kind of tie that into how I see my channel progressing throughout the years. Now my channel barely has any subscribers right now, but I have a greater outlook for my channel. I feel like as long as I put a lot of hard work, grit, and effort into it, I'll get a following. But YouTube has something. YouTube is something that I've always regarded as a passion. It's a hobby. I always like to separate my passion, something that I love doing, apart from my profession. So I want to be a doctor. I'm very passionate about being a doctor. But being a doctor, for me, is a profession. It's a profession. It's my job. I don't have as much passion there as I would with content creation, because content creation allows me to be more creative. I try to make that distinction. I'm very passionate. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm going to do my very best to be the best doctor I can ever be. But I love to make that separation between profession and my creative endeavors. So being a doctor will always be my priority because I want to help people. But making videos is something I love to make for you guys, and I'm trying not to make a net gain in my life with videos. That's why I can proudly say that as long as I can, I will never host a sponsor on my channel. Unless I go to a point in my time where I can no longer practice medicine and making videos is my sole source of income, then maybe I will ask you guys first. I will ask you guys first before I decide to make that transition, to make that move. But I also over the years have been missing how old YouTube used to be. Old YouTube didn't have any sponsors. It had people who are really passionate about creating content, who didn't care about how much money they were making from the platform. They were just doing it because they loved it. And that's the kind of ethic I want to have when it comes to uploading videos for you guys. Because I don't want to making videos my career. I want to make it something that I'm super passionate about, and I'm super passionate about sharing these things with you guys, because you guys are what's most important here. My channel is always about health education, bringing down barriers, addressing barriers in medicine, and also just having a great time, a great conversation with you guys. So I never want to detract that from inputting a 30-second sponsor video. I feel like it totally ruins the dynamic that the video is going with. And like, you just have to like stop it. You just have to stop the video for a solid 30 seconds to a minute to excuse me, still getting over that cold, to promote whatever product that I'm trying to promote. Also, guys, I love consumer products, and I love sharing with you guys the kinds of products that I use. Like, you guys saw my video earlier in the last couple of weeks about the products I use for my skincare routine. It's going pretty well. I still get like acne every now and then, but I think sometimes sponsors delegitimize the kind of product that you are trying to promote. So even though I love a product and that product comes to me, like that product company comes to me and wants to sponsor me, I'll probably say no, because I want to have that credibility that I'm personally using this product. I'm using my own money into this product so that I can give you the most honest opinion. And the reason why, here's another reason why that I don't think I'll ever want to be sponsored by a company. I used to be an Amazon reviewer, and I used to be in the top like 1,000 reviewers out there when Amazon had the reviewer rankings, and I was constantly getting products from these companies to review their, electronics, their toys, whatever it is that they were trying to promote. And I tried to be as unbiased as possible when I was reviewing these products. But then I saw something, right? I saw that the products that I was getting for free, I was kind of going a little bit more easy on them. It's not that I was actively thinking, oh my gosh, if I give them a bad review, I'm never gonna get products anymore. It wasn't anything like that. I always wanted to be transparent. I wanted to be very, very honest about the products I was using. But then I saw this trend where a product that I got for free that I think is terrible, that I think it's like not even that good, I would give it 3 stars. I'd give it 3 stars. And I would think it's decent, but 3-star product. But then I think about it, when I really, really think about it, if I had paid for that product, I would probably give it 2 stars. So I was being lenient, and it wasn't something that I was actively doing. It wasn't something that I was conscious of. I was just doing it because I was getting these free incentives. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? Let me know. When I look back onto that, I was really young when I did those Amazon product reviews. And if I look back on it, I would probably not do it, guys. Amazon stopped that ranking system anyways because they saw that a lot of their product pages were getting teamed with very positive reviews on really bad products. So it wasn't just a me thing. It was like some people were doing it even worse. Some people were doing it for the sole benefit of getting more and more products. That wasn't me, but at the same time, I still had that bias. Can you guys imagine that? Someone who, I pride myself in trying to be as unbiased as possible, and I was getting influenced by that. I was getting influenced by those incentives, and not consciously, but implicitly. So I don't want that. I want the products that I highly regard and I showcase to you guys. I want to give my honest and personal opinion on. So that's why I think I'm never going to have a sponsor unless I'm in a position in my life where I really need to. So in the end, guys, what I really want to say is that I want this channel to be completely about the sharing of information from me to you. That's what I want this channel to be. I want it to be a conversation. I want it to be completely open between you and me. Like, there's nothing else. Nothing else can influence the relationship that I have with you guys. And that's what I kind of look forward to as the future of my channel. There might be some other endeavors that I do if I gain enough of a following that may have sponsorships, but it will never be on this channel. And this channel, I promise you guys, will be the most active thing I do. The most active thing I do in all of social media, because I want this to be about you. YouTube is a love story for me. YouTube is something that made me feel important, that made me feel special growing up when I was a kid, living in a household where I didn't feel like I could do anything. So YouTubers were my escape. I related to them. And at that time, there were no sponsors, no advertisements. It was completely having a shared experience from the camera to you guys. And I want to continue that. And I know a lot of YouTubers want to make a career out of YouTube, and they can't do that. But I want to be one of the few that keeps doing that until I no longer can. And this isn't to cast any shade to any of the YouTubers that use sponsors to get by. I admire you guys. You guys are the reason why we actually even have sponsors. I think they can be a great thing, but I think it can also be an Achilles heel to a lot of content creators. I love you guys. I hope you like this video. I hope you guys like the opinions that I have. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you think. Write essays, paragraphs, whatever, down in the comments, and I'll try to read as much as possible. You guys know I'm busy, but I'll do, and I'll try to reply to them. I'm always looking forward to hearing your opinions and what you think is right and what you think is wrong. I love you guys. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Do awesome this year, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Ben.